This news program is proudly brought to you by Paradise Foods, celebrating 90 years in PNG.
Income tax to increase. Acting Chief Justice presents 2022 Judges Report. And Nadzab Tomodachi International Airport commences operation. A very good evening. This is Tuesday's News. I'm Malcolm Wyra. Thank you for joining us. The increase in the income tax as per the Income Tax Amendment Bill 2024, which was handed down by the government, has triggered great concerns by the working class population in the country.
During the 2024 budget presentation, the Treasurer Ian Ling Starkey presented the income tax, especially on salary or wages tax rates 2024 budget amendment bills, which saw an increase in the income tax compared to last year. Last year, the income tax, wages earning 17,500 kina and above, were paying 22 toya for each kina. Commencing next year, workers will have to pay 30 toya per kina. In other words, if a worker's annual salary stands at 26,000 kina, he or she is required to pay 30% of that income salary tax to the government. Breaking it down to a fortnight, workers will have to pay approximately 300 kina per fortnight to the government.
That shows how much tax you were paying before the tax came in.
This decision by the government has caused mixed reactions amongst all the working class individuals, given the high inflationary pressure experienced in the country. Here are some of the views from the general public.
The bigger impact will affect the public servants, mostly public servants, because when you see around teachers and public servants, especially public servants, they are getting around like probably 1,000. Most of them, their annual salary is around 20 to 30,000 annual salary. So when they do the budget for the weekly and daily runs, this budget is not enough. When they add more tax.
The Treasury Minister, Ian Ling Starkey, they need to come out and explain clearly to the people what is happening. Because right now, I'm very sure everyone is in the dark and no one knows what's happening. So,
economic block country emotion, plenty bloomy plan live underneath the poverty line. Plenty bloomy of some line where you struggle the street na stop market na. Some bloomy work number there kind of semi work law some minimum wages. So time fuel price I'm going to have kind of extra burden can now ball sit down na working savings na. And I'm saving some money na. Look out in family na. Pay school fee. I'm just like extra burden so.
People have also expressed their disappointment towards this using the social media platform and are urging the government to reconsider this decision. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister James Marape, after returning from the COP28 summit in Dubai today, was questioned by the media to clarify on the matter of income tax increase. However, the Prime Minister stated that he is not sure and will get back with the response in a statement anytime today or tomorrow.
Parliament has not approved new tax increase. I may be wrong, I stand to be advised. The only sort of substantial change is for us entrenching that 20,000 is the new level of non-taxable income by any Papuans, and it benefits over, I don't know, possibly 100,000 small wage earners in our country.
Prime Minister James Marape today briefed the media on the positive outcome of PNG's attendance to the COP28 summit in Dubai. The briefing occurred earlier today at the Jackson's International Airport in Port Moresby.
In the news conference today, Prime Minister Marape elaborated on some of the positive outcome of the COP28 summit. One of the outcome is the Friends partnership with PNG.
There he stood in as my rep and our envoy when he witnessed the signing of disclosure and the commitment by friends to partner our country in as far as doing forest inventory, monetizing our forest value, especially those areas that are currently not logged, into potential arrangements that our country will be starting in a big way going forward to ensure those areas not harvested will conserved for earning in as far as the value of our forest is concerned going forward into the future.
PM Marape described this trip to be the most satisfying and a breakthrough for the nation of PNG, especially in getting money out of the value in forest and ocean in respect to climate change mitigation and adaptation programs going forward.
It also must be seen from the context of being great carbon sinks. So Papua New Guinea being a big forest nation as well as a big ocean nation, our placement in the climate change mitigation and adaptation strategy is now shifted from not just sitting asking for money for relocation, money for compensation, but more importantly, monetizing the value of forests and the oceans and the ocean ecosystems we have.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister announced that he will be travelling to Australia tomorrow for a bilateral meeting with the Australian Prime Minister. The meeting will be centred on the security agreement that will capture internal security matters, economic interest, border arrangements, amongst others. The Prime Minister also mentioned that the agreement will be signed on Thursday. The PM will then attend the Mining and Petroleum Conference in Sydney. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
The East New Britain Provincial Administration, through the ENB Law and Order Committee, will impose a liquor ban this month. The ban will be effective as of December the 22nd and will be uplifted on 5th of January 2024.
This decision was passed amidst the rising law and order concerns in East New Britain Province. This was announced by the Provincial Liquor Inspector Patrick Robin. Present for this announcement were community development officers in the 4 districts, representatives of law enforcement agencies and stakeholders, as Mr. Robin stressed that the ban applies to all retail outlets. He said exception will only be given to major hotels and restaurants in the province. He advised that an awareness program will be carried out in the main centres of the province, with the notice to be finalised in the next few weeks and to be distributed to all retail outlets in the province. Inspector Robin further added that the police will be out this festive period to ensure people abide by the regulations set by the authorities. He said the ban is to control drunkards during the festive season as well as to monitor the rising law and order issues. Natasha Voy, National, MTV News.
The Department of Health is facilitating a 3-day workshop in Port Moresby on its electronic National Health Information System and Discharge Hospital Information System that started yesterday and will end tomorrow.
The 3-day training workshop centered mostly on the National Health Department's almost 6 years old Electronic National Information System or ENIS and Discharge Hospital Information System or DHIS. The systems are to record all health-related data starting from 8 posts, health centers, provincial hospitals and the national hospitals in the country. Dr. Dora Lanterud Katal, Deputy Secretary for National Health Service Standards, shared that it is vital that hospital reporting is done right as it is a priority in the National Health Plan 2021 to 2030. She also stressed that improving hospital resources and data contributes to the quality of care and effectiveness of health service delivery in hospitals, as it provides timely evidence to support clinical, administrative, and financial decision-making. The workshop will review and assess the progress of the two systems in place and also train the Port Moresby General Hospital clerks to make sure the hospital's data is recorded and reported to NDOH. Present among partners supporting the training at the event were Port Moresby General Hospital officers, National Department of Health staff, representatives of the World Health Organization. Francisca Anania, National Emtv News.
National Emtv News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National Emtv News. The acting Chief Justice of Papua New Guinea, Madang this morning presented the 2022 Judges Report to the acting Governor General, Sir Gibbs Salika, at the Government House in Konedobu, Port Moresby.
Pursuant to Section 187 of the Constitution, the judiciary is required to document and present a report on the work and performance of the court to the Governor-General, who will then present the report before Parliament. After presenting the document to the acting Governor-General, Sir Gibbs Salika, acting Chief Justice Madang explained to the media on what is captured in the judge's report.
And that report accounts for work done, developments undertaken, that are in train or completed, and then how the appropriations have been utilized in the course of that period. So that's the report just submitted to the acting Governor-General of Papua New Guinea.
Justice Kandakasi highlighted that for the 2022 report, the judiciary has seen a lot of challenges, but a lot of positive changes as well.
We've had an increase in the number of cases that have been filed. We've also trialed a new electronic case management system, which is new to many. Also, the state-of-the-art courthouse is nearing completion. There's been a number of other courthouses built around the country. Also, the new judges have been appointed as well. Some have passed on. So it's covering all of those aspects.
The document can only be made public after it is presented before Parliament. Edson Kuso, National Emtv News.
6 police personnel and a civilian informant have been detained by CID homicide as of last Friday. It was alleged that they were on routine police patrol when they came across youths allegedly consuming alcohol in a moving vehicle. The youths were escorted to Gordon's police station to be dealt with when the deceased and 3 others jumped off the trailer of the double cab youth out of fear of being dealt with by the police. It was at dawn the next morning on Saturday that the body of the young man was discovered in a drain across from Gordon's police station.
The 7 suspects are being kept in police custody while the Boroko homicide detectives carry out an investigation, including post-mortem on the body to find the cause of death. Police have been working closely with the relatives of the deceased young man, who was the son of the provincial administrator for Hela province. Public and individuals are urged not to take advantage of the situation and issue threats to police personnel and their families. Police have stated that the general public should be wary of opportunists, especially street thugs and groups who are going around to cause fear in the community. People caught disturbing the public's peace will be dealt with accordingly. The same goes to those that are posting fake news on social media and messaging apps like WhatsApp and Telegram. The city is back to its normalcy. There have been instances of fighting over the weekend, but those were in communities and amongst themselves and was alcohol related and were attended to immediately by police. There was an incident yesterday morning where opportunists claiming to be from Hela attacked and wounded a PNG-DF soldier who stood to defend a police spouse against the mob. The PNG-DF soldier was rescued by police units when the incident took place. Police units were on the ground to ensure that the road was free for use, while the awareness and destruction of illegal market took place. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
Police in Madang, with the assistance from the Correctional Service and PNG Defence Force, will be carrying out a major joint security forces operation codenamed Operation Kisimbek Hangupanu in the province. The joint forces operation was launched recently at the Bates Oval in the heart of Madang town.
Madang Governor Ramsey Pariwa, who was present to officially launch the operation, said law and order problems in the province has reached an unprecedented level, with killings reported almost daily everywhere in the province.
Almost every day, now everywhere inside the province we're looking money that stuff.
Governor Pariwa said it is paramount that law and order issues are addressed first before other development agendas, as the breakdown in law and order is a hindrance to economic growth and investment.
Requirement number one, and the foundation of socio-economic development.
He told the people of Madang that the province is expecting some major development projects to take place, such as the Pacific Maritime Industrial Zone. But if people continue to disobey the law, it will make potential investors lose confidence in the province.
Then you must give him confidence that there is no law and order problem.
The governor further called on the people of Madang to instill discipline in their household and not depend on the police to be the only force to maintain law and order, as the number of police officers is just 211 in the province, while the population stands at over 700,000. He also said he will look at assisting police through the refleeting of police vehicles, building and upgrading of police accommodation, police gear and arms and ammunition.
Look at refleeting our vehicles. Look at barracks, look at uniform.
The Operation Kisimbek Hangupanu will run from the month of December till January of next year. Edson Kuso, National Emtv News.
Encouraging others, both physically and spiritually, is important for people to live a better life. In seeing this need, the Adventist Church in Kiunga, Western Province, have reopened the Adventist Book Center, or ABC, last week.
This book center has been operating in Kiunga since 2017, but had closed in 2021 due to issues with office spacing. The recent reopening saw the center relocated to the Seventh-day Adventist Church area in Kiunga town. Books with messages of hope, health, education, spiritual, social, and family life, among others, are now at the Adventist Book Center, or ABC, in price ranges from 5 kina to 200 kina, useful for the general public. North-Fly District Director Pastor Matthias Anjo said more people have been buying the books, which have helped them to know Christ. He said books are brought from the Western Highlands Adventist Mission in Mount Hagen and lay aiming to serve the people of Western true literature. Pastor Anjo expressed that reading such spiritual, mental, social, and physical books would help people to live a better life in the community. He adds that the church looks forward to establish a new book center in Kiunga next year. Natasha Voy, National Emtv News.
Now to the NASFAR market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2685 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2610, $0.3915 Australian dollars, 0.233 euro, 38.06 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices, at New York closed, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copra closed lower, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading lower, copper closed lower. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National Emtv News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National Emtv News. The new Nadzab Tomodachi International Airport has commenced operations this week with a test flight done last week.
The National Airports Corporation announced this and said the government has invested millions of kina to ensuring that the facilities are provided at an international standard, which includes up-to-date check-in systems, migration facilities, comfortable passenger departure and arrival lounges, adequate baggage collection facilities, efficient baggage transfers from check-in desk to aircraft, and the use of aero bridges. NAC Acting Managing Director Joseph Quintao urges airline operators to fully utilize the investments for passenger comfort and the efficiency of facilitating passenger movements. He said the facilities are designed to ensuring maximum security surveillance by NAC and urged all users to comply with the airport's requirements, adding that the state-of-the-art building management and airport management systems are installed to enable real-time coordination, surveillance and recording of all activities within the terminal. Urging the public to help maintain a high level of care, Quintao expressed that the airport is an iconic facility that will also be opened for international passenger movements. Tamara Agavi, National Emtv News.
Administrative human resources powers in the public service bestowed to the Secretary of the Department of Personnel Management will now be returned to all government agencies. This was officially stated at the DPM Reforms National Agencies Workshop by the Minister of Public Service, Joe Sungi, at APEC House recently.
It's not giving you any information.
The Department of Personnel Management, as custodians of the Public Services Management Act and the government pay policies, has reinstated all administrative HR powers and functions back to all government agencies. This will be effective starting January 2, 2024.
These powers we are going to give it to you now, but you must make sure that you able to administer them properly. Because we will now come back to making sure that we have an inspectorate function that my department will provide with the Public Service Commission. So our Public Service Commission with the department will work hand in hand now and to make sure that we support and we do regular inspections and check on the, what not to be done and what needs to be done so that we maintain those powers with you at the provincial level and the national agency, so you can do your HR, perform your HR functions with those powers.
DPM Secretary Ms. Taya Sansan said this was part of saving costs and control measures to address the increase in personnel emoluments budget for an effective and efficient public service delivery system. All HR powers revoked and effective from 1st of October 2019 are restored effective from the 2nd of January 2024. Francisca Anania, National Emtv News.
The International Day of Persons with Disability yesterday was celebrated by the Bok Bilon Pikinini in its library learning centers across Papua New Guinea to advocate to children on disability and the importance of inclusion through the sponsorship by the Sir Brian Bell Foundation, Bok Bilon Pikinini's Inclusive Education Program. Bok Bilon Pikinini recently provided the opportunity to train 76 team members from Brian Bell Group head office in Boroko and 43 team members at Brian Bell Chemicals at Gordon's. 8 training sessions were provided, and most of the participants were unaware that sign language is the 4th official language of Papua New Guinea. Adding on with the sponsorship, notable achievements have been made to improve the lives of both children, with Bok Bilon Pikinini continuously updating and creating appropriate learning materials for the children. National Emtv News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. With the Pacific Games closing ceremony held over the weekend, this week is seeing the last of Team PNG contingent return. 6 sporting codes of the national contingent arrived today at the Jackson's International Airport in Port Moresby.
Despite flight delays, families of the athletes who participated in the 17th Pacific Games waited since the early hours of the morning for their loved ones' arrival. As soon as they exit arrivals, the national teams were embraced with a hero's welcome. The athletes that arrived today were from the touch, football, hockey, beach volleyball, track and field, and basketball sporting codes with their team management. As a show of appreciation and national pride, the PNG hockey team, named Hela, displayed enthusiastic energy with a war cry. PNG, Hela, stand up, strong! Today's arrivals will conclude the last of the Team PNG contingent's return for the Pacific Games. Team PNG in the 17th Pacific Games claimed 29 gold medals and 105 medals overall. Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
In a bid to keep the youth active this Christmas season, plans are underway for a group to travel and participate in the final sporting event for this year. With a team consisting of 30 athletes and 2 officials, Team West New Britain is set to travel from Biala to Kokopo to take part in the New Guinea Islands regional competition.
The West New Britain athletic manager Philip Canau said that the regional championship that will be held in Kokopo from the 8th to 10th December is a crucial preparation for the team towards the much anticipated 8 PNG Games in January 2024.
This is important to us because on the other hand, it keeps the athletes busy over the Christmas period, the holiday period, and also preparing us towards the PNG Games coming up next month.
Mr. Canau said by competing in this championship, the team aims to fine-tune their skills and game plan. James Guken, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
You're watching Trukai Sports. With the 17th Pacific Games closing, Papua New Guinea placed 5th in the gold medal tally. With Papua New Guinea being the largest contingent with the highest expectations, members of the general public shared their views on the outcome for the country.
This newsroom conducted a vox pop today in Port Moresby, asking the general public on their views in this regard. As for others, their views on this outcome from Team PNG mainly narrowed down to the selection process and the sporting codes.
For the moment is leading.
Pacific Games, I think PNG, we had no excuse for us coming in 5th. I think from what I remember, we did well in last Pacific Games when it was hosted here. So I think the talent that they chose or whatever selections that they make, I think it wasn't that good enough. Or probably I think there was some biased selection, if I can recall, on social media, but I don't know if it's true or whatever. But in other words, I think the athletes gave their best. So either way, 5th not better. I think they did well for, even though it's the large team they went, but they didn't quite live up to PNG. Mr. like him will do well and all that, but I think the athletes are used to performing within their own space or countryside, so when they go out, that's one thing that went through their heads or got into place for them to cost them their performance or something like that. Otherwise, me alright on all, so either way.
Weightlifting, yeah, Mr. like him, and all one tracks and field, all this flower bibla igut blalogem na nar blawe no blalogem minus a wild sexual manago so love you lo mi no need lo salip big la grubi go na wakim namba nating na Spain money blum lol taxpayers.
From there, he just looks to the heavens as Phyllis Pala with tons of space. Oh, what a mistake! Papua New Guinea are taking the lead!
With that, hopes on making it to the top 3 positions in the next Pacific Games is what Papua New Guineans hope to see. Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
Yesterday afternoon saw the launching of the JT Fishing Festive Season Tournament for the second time at the Vabukori village by the member for Moresby South, Justin Tachenko.
The tournament will see 52 participating teams or dinghies who will set out fishing on Friday, the 8th of December and return to shore on Saturday, 9th December, where their catches will be weighed for placings accordingly. For placings and awards, teams ranking from 52nd to 28 receives participant certificates, while teams ranking 27 to 13 placings receives consolation prizes. The 12th to 7th ranked teams will receive bonus awards, while the top 6 with the best catch of the day will receive cash prizes. Major prizes include 500 kina for 5th placing, 800 kina for 4th placing, 1,000 kina for 3rd, 1,500 kina for 2nd, and the winner walks away with 2,000 kina cash prize. James Guken, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with the chances of brief showers and drizzles. Daru, partly cloudy with brief showers and drizzles. Kerama, cloudy periods with few showers. Alotau and Popondetta, partly cloudy with a shower or two. To the Momasa region, Ley City, partly cloudy with possible brief showers and drizzles. Madang, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, cloudy with few showers. Vanimo, cloudy with some showers. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, partly cloudy with a shower or two. Keveng, cloudy with few showers. Kokopan Robaul, cloudy with few showers. Kimbe, cloudy with few showers. Buka, cloudy with rain showers. To the Highlands region, all centers, rain showers and possible thunderstorms, easing into cloudy periods, then morning fog patches. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kibai Islands to Kerama to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samari Islands, seas 1 to 2 meters. Waters of Samari Island to Cape Vogel to eastern and western Milne Bay Islands, seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters. Waters north of Cape Vogel to Huen Gulf to Finchafen, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Finchafen through VTS Dampier Strait to CRC Long Islands, seas 1 to 2 meters. Waters of Long Island to Madang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands and New Island, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of East and West New Britain to Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters, and seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters. Looking at the ocean forecast, coral seas, slight to moderate, east to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, moderate to rough, southeast to southwest winds of 15 to 30 knots, increasing to 40 knots over southern sectors. Bismarck sees slight southeast to southwest winds of 10 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean sees slight to moderate, becoming strong over southeastern sectors. West to northwest winds of 10 to 15 knots, increasing to 30 knots, southeastern sectors.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Tuesday, the 5th of December, 2023. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Paradise Foods, celebrating 90 years in PNG.